competition.
It's fun.
Sports venue competition.
It's all friendly.
A Dallas mother confronted in her garage by robbers with a shotgun.
Yeah, straight ahead tonight at 10, what she's changing now because of that attack.
Please be with the family members of those who know them.
Grief in a small community after a murder-suicide claims a family of 5. Tonight, classmates, some too young to understand, remember the 3 youngest victims. A water main break floods a major intersection in Dallas, the safety threat that has police keeping a close eye on affected streets. 3 CPS workers arrested, facing criminal charges, all accused of tampering with evidence from criminal cases.
It's 10 o'clock in North Texas. Fox 4 News starts now.
Good evening, I'm Clarice Tinsley. Those 3 CPS workers are under arrest for tampering with evidence and official oppression. The arrests include a supervisor, a caseworker, and a retired investigator. First on Fox 4 News at 10, Calvert Collins in Greenville with the investigation's connection to a high-profile murder case. Calvert.
Yeah, Clarice, that high-profile murder case was 16-year-old Alicia Moore, which we covered extensively late last winter when the 16-year-old went missing and her body turned up days later. But at least at this point, her family is saying that they never dealt with CPS in any way related to her disappearance or her murder case. They say they only had dealings with them related to a sexual assault that Alicia was the victim of last summer. But still, deputies here in Greenville arrested those 3 women for tampering with evidence. Now, the Hunt County Sheriff's deputies arrested Laura Ard, Natalie Reynolds, and Rebecca Ross. CPS confirms that Ard was the investigative program director here in the Greenville office. She was hired back in 1992 and retired this past March. CPS records show 33-year-old Natalie Reynolds was hired in 2002 and worked as an investigative supervisor. She is charged with oppression and tampering or fabricating evidence and has a $40,000 bond. Alicia Moore's aunt tells me that she dealt with Reynolds trying to get a copy of a report related to Alicia's sexual assault case from August of last year. She believes that today's arrests are only related to that case, not the murder case.
I don't have no problem with them. They did what they could do, but now my main focus is trying to see what's going to happen with her murder. If my uncle, if they got more evidence that shows that he did it. Other than that, I'm not even thinking about this.
Like she mentioned, the Moore family is preparing for the murder trial. They say there's a hearing next month. 16-year-old Alicia was last seen getting off of her school bus November 2nd, blocks from her family's house. Her body was discovered 40 miles away a few days later, and then deputies arrested her uncle, Michael, and charged him with capital murder this past May. But the indictments related to these 3 CPS workers have all been sealed, so the Hunt County District Attorney is not giving us any indication where these charges are coming from or their connection to Alicia Moore. Clarice.
Calvert, this is quite a turn of events. You have any idea what led Hunt County to these 3 women?
We have not been told anything officially by the district attorney, like I mentioned, or the sheriff. In fact, but the Moore family did tell me that at least one of the women's cases understand was being investigated, and that led to the other 2 because these 3 women all worked in the same office. Hunt County Sheriff Randy Meeks has not called me back. I left several messages this evening, so we don't know again what evidence is believed to have been tampered with to lead to these felony charges. These women could still face jail time for these charges.
All right, we'll continue to watch it. Calvert Collins reporting live. Thank you. Grieving for a family of 5, a Navarro County community gathered to pray tonight. Tonight's vigil just hours after police confirmed that a mother killed her family and then herself. The woman's body, along with her husband's and 3 children, found in their home in Rice, southeast of Dallas. Fox 4's Natalie Solis attended tonight's vigil. Natalie.
Yeah, Clarice, some of the people who showed up here tonight did not know this family well, but they still thought that it was important to come out and remember these lives tragically cut short. And a lot of them were children, friends of the 3 who were killed, officials say, now murdered by their own mother.
Please be with the family members of those who know them and to their friends too.
I brought a teddy bear that says I love you.
A show of love, faith, and unity outside the Navarro County home tucked away off a dirt road where investigators say a horrific scene played out between a mother and her family. Autopsies by the ME confirming what investigators were already thinking.
We saw some evidence there that was suspicious in origin that led us to believe that in fact that she may have been the shooter in this case, and we needed to get some more clear-cut evidence in place.
It surprised me when I heard that because I automatically, like everyone else, thought it was the father. So I don't know, I have 1,000 questions now.
Investigators say 33-year-old Guadalupe Ronquillo Ovalle shot her 3 sons, ages 10, 8, and 4, and her husband, Israel Alvarez, in the upper torso. She then shot herself in the head. Their bodies discovered Sunday night in the home by Alvarez's father, who called 911 after not being able to contact the family. A .22 caliber semi-automatic rifle found nearby.
Please just help us cope with the loss.
Megan Ziegenhagen knew the boys from a Wednesday night prayer group.
They were, happy. It didn't seem like there was anything wrong at home.
Investigators still trying to determine a motive, but Fox 4 has learned Alvarez was arrested September 11th for family violence and spent 2 nights in jail.
We can only assume that there were problems in the household that led to that case of family violence, and there may have been other incidents that were taking place.
The sheriff can't say for certain when they think the murder-suicide happened. The boys last at school on Thursday, but out Friday, and Thursday was the last day anyone had contact with the family.
They didn't even have a life to live. I just want to, tell them that they are special and that we still remember them.
Well, as you can see here tonight, candles still glowing for this family. A lot of grief and certainly shock for this community. The sheriff says he does believe that these shootings happened very quickly. He says based on the evidence inside the home, it doesn't look like any of these victims tried to run away. Clarice.
It's a heartbreaking situation. Natalie Solis, live near Rice. Thank you. We learned today about a record of domestic abuse at the home where police say a Parker County woman shot and killed her husband last night. Investigators say Catherine Keener killed 51-year-old Curtis Keener in the home they shared near Weatherford. Curtis Keener worked for DFW Airport, and his LinkedIn, his page, says that he was with the Texas State Guard. Catherine Keener has been charged with murder. Investigators have not explained how she got the black eye that is seen in her mugshot. A Lakewood area mother says her sense of security is shattered after being robbed in her own garage by 2 men with a shotgun. Fox 4's Brandon Todd talked to her, and he's got her story from Lakewood.
Right, Clarice, and this is one of those communities where people tend to feel so safe they kind of let their guard down, and that's exactly what happened last night. Susan White was in her garage in the Lakewood area of Dallas on La Vista Drive. She just started to unload her groceries last night as her 7-year-old daughter tried to grab a bag. Susan had just opened her car door, and that's when she saw them.
There were 2 people crouching with scarves on their faces, dark colored scarves. So I screamed and they stayed, and I saw the shotgun at that point, and I realized I had 2 bags on my arms, so I threw my bags at them and they took off.
According to a Crime Watch email that was sent to neighbors, this is the 3rd violent crime to happen in this upscale community in the past few weeks. White said she'll be making some changes to her routine. Some of the other changes that neighbors are talking about: extra lighting on their homes, also signs in front of their homes letting people know that they've got alarm systems, and the neighbors are also going to be asking the city for extra lighting on the streets. Clarice?
Brandon Todd live in Lakewood. Thank you. A water main break shut down a Dallas intersection during evening rush. The 12-inch break sent water into the middle of Zhang and Jefferson Boulevards right around 6 o'clock. Traffic was routed around the area. There is concern the break could make way for a sinkhole. No water outages have been reported, but repairs are expected to continue through the night. Texas Senator Ted Cruz took over the Senate floor more than 8 hours ago with a speech opposing President Obama's health care law. The Republican vowed to talk until he is no longer able to stand. Right now, he's still standing. We're taking a look at him live. Senator Cruz is using debate time, but it's technically not a filibuster. The freshman senator wants to get the Affordable Health Care Act defunded in the next federal spending bill. He says Obamacare has hurt small businesses, but lawmakers have ignored the problem.
They're not listening to the jobs lost, to the people forced into part-time work, to the people losing their health insurance, to the people who are struggling.
Senator Cruz has the backing of conservative groups. Regardless of when he finishes talking, the Senate automatically adjourns tomorrow at noon, then returns for a test vote. Lawmakers face a September 30th deadline to reach a budget agreement and avoid a government shutdown. The suspected South Dallas serial rapist says he is sorry for a few of the rapes he's accused of committing. According to a 5th arrest warrant, Vandralyn Dixon admitted raping 2 women, but said the other assaults were prostitution deals gone bad. Police said Dixon told them the rape of a woman who walked home from work and another as she walked with her children, quote, affect him, and that he is sorry. Dixon is facing 5 aggravated sexual assault charges. He is suspected in 4 others. Dixon will make his first court appearance Thursday. More police departments are making the decision to lock up the tasers. Ahead, one chief shares his personal reason for tabling tasers. Dallas Cowboys rookies tackle hunger in a big way and help give a boost to Dallas students.
Rangers needing a win tonight just to avoid losing ground in the wild card chase. The latest from the ballpark coming up.
Bright sunshine today allowed temperatures to soar into the 90s, about 10 degrees above average. Any sign of another fall-like cool down on the way? We'll talk about that as well as the prospects for some more rain coming up.